Aim a Little Higher podcast, episode 1.
What happens is when you look up to people, you're blinded by their light. But when you look into them, you are being a student of that dream. What are they reading? Why are they reading it? How are they reading it? What got them to where they are?
You're locked into Aim a Little Higher podcast, where we interview inspirational individuals every Monday and Wednesday and answer your questions every Saturday to help turn your potential into results.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Introducing your host. He was an Olympic torchbearer. Pete Jones is National Entrepreneur of the Year and motivational speaker, Kamal Hyman.
Welcome to the Aim a Little Higher podcast. It's your boy Kamal Hyman here, and it is my absolute pleasure to introduce today's guest. He combines sheer passion, masses of energy and humour, and lots of inspiration within his talks to equip you with the necessary tools to live your dreams. He's a firm believer that by tapping into your potential, you can be more, do more, and have more in life. He's embodied what he teaches from the lessons he's learned and desires to pass them on to the next generation. He owns his own business, Fix Up Seminars, with 10 employees and counting, who tour the UK inspiring and motivating young people, parents and teachers. It's the one and only Action Jackson. Jackson, welcome to the podcast.
It's a great pleasure to be with you, Kamal. I love that intro, man. I feel so special.
No, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. It's awesome. How are you and how's the family?
Family's good. I'm doing very good. I'm excited. Great things are happening. So yeah, family is good as well, keeping me balanced.
Beautiful. That's what we like to hear. So here at Aim a Little Higher movement, it's all about setting solid foundations. We say don't chase your dreams, build them.
Nice.
We'd like to find out a bit about your foundations. What were you like as a young child?
Wow, I just had too much energy. It was crazy. My mom couldn't handle me. My teachers couldn't handle me. It was just, I was a good kid, but I just had lots of energy. And I think that was my gift to the world. I was one of those sort of in-betweeners, like literally I wasn't the best, but I wasn't the worst. I was just sort of the drifter. Until I then found out my true passion, which is communication with the world and helping them to fulfill their dreams. So yeah, I was all right kid, I didn't get into a lot of trouble. I was nice, but I was a bit distracting with my energy. Got you.
And our listeners, typically are going to be in school, in college, and they're always wondering, do I go down the apprenticeship route? Do I go to university? Do I go to college? For you personally, what education route did you take?
Well, so I did my GCSEs, and after doing my GCSEs, I went on to college to do a BTEC National Diploma in Engineering. Nice. And the reason why I picked engineering was because I realized that I'm not the kind of person that can sit behind a desk for too long. I'll start sort of freaking out. And then I thought, okay, I want something that's practical that I can sort of, because I loved making things. Following your passion is so important, something you enjoy doing. And then after the BTEC National Diploma, I went to university to do a mechanical engineering degree. And for me, I wanted to work for like this car company and build cars and build things. That's what I wanted to do. And after 3 years of doing the mechanical engineering degree, I then realized that there was other passions that I had from listening to a motivational speaker that literally turned my whole life around and realized that I want to inspire other people to live their dreams.
Wow. I did not know that about you. That's what you knew already. Amazing. Engineering.
Yes, mechanical engineering.
Awesome stuff. So yeah. What was your first job? Because obviously, you're a massive entrepreneur now, own your own business, but where did it start? What was that first job for you?
Okay, so I had three first jobs, literally.
Okay.
So before I went to college, I was a cleaner before I went to college.
Okay.
And so in the morning, between 7 and literally 9, I would go and clean offices, then go to college to do my BTEC.
Wow.
And on the weekend, I would because I'm a qualified basketball coach. So okay. I would coach basketball on the weekend as well. And when I wasn't doing that, I was working at Burger King.
Okay.
Yes. So I had multiple jobs as my first job.
Wow, at the same time. Multiple streams of income.
You got to make it happen, man.
Wow, that's awesome. And do you have any significant or surprising achievements that you think have contributed to your success, but that most people wouldn't know about you?
Well, when I was 18, I was selected as the deputy mayor of Islington.
No way.
Yes, yes, when I was 18. So literally for the month of October, I had to travel around with the mayor of Islington wearing the actual chain and traveling with
Nice.
her to different events. So I was like a youth ambassador for that month.
Wow.
I got to meet Prince Charles. I got to open theatre, Sadler's Wells Theatre in Islington with the mayor of Islington. So it was great fun. And I knew someone said to me, because I'm a church boy, I grew up in a church, and someone said something great is going to happen for you this year. And I knew that something massive, and that was massive in terms of that time of my life.
Wow. Deputy Mayor of Islington.
Yes, 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 yes. That was interesting.
Not a bad opportunity at all.
Of course, of course. I'm aiming a little higher, man.
This is it. This is it. So you've kind of touched on it, but can you take us back to the exact moment when you discovered your passion?
Wow. So it was a particular day I was listening to a motivational speaker by the name of Les Brown.
Yes, I've definitely heard of
And
Les.
I think if you don't know about Les, go and research him. He was doing a speech and he said one statement. He said, find something you love doing and build your life around it.
Mm-hmm.
I find that passion. I thought, wow, I do not want to spend my life doing a 9 to 5 that I hate. I want to spend my life living my passion and enjoying myself. I thought, what do I love doing? I love talking and I love what he was doing. I thought, right, I want to be a motivational speaker because I just love do you know what? Let's be honest, right? I love the stage. And one of my secret dreams is to literally be an actor and a TV show host.
Okay.
And even to today, as we speak, I still have that desire to be an actor. And most people won't know that.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Nice.
Even Kamal was like, what? I didn't even know that about you. I've known you for ages.
For real.
You know?
Known you for years.
You know? So for me, and I'm really thankful that I didn't get the acting gig when I was younger because I would have abused it. I'm now a bit more mature.
Profound. So you're thankful you didn't get to achieve that dream when you were younger.
Yes. Because whatever you do, there's the egocentric goal and there's the ethnocentric goals in life. And the egocentric goals are the me, myself, and I goal. I. Mm-hmm. The ethnocentric goal is like, listen, I want to achieve this so I can change the lives of the people around me.
Okay.
So when I was growing up, I mean, for the young people listening, you might set a goal that's just all about you. But if you want that longevity and fulfillment for life, set a goal that's bigger than you, that adds value to you and to the world around you, and you realize that it's more fulfilling. So wanting to be an actor was an ego-centered goal then, but now I realize that if I'm going to be an actor today, it's going to be only for the reason to help other people fulfill their goals. So it's just another way of me inspiring other people.
Okay, so the passion is inspiring other people, and you can complete that means through motivational speaking, but you could also do it through acting.
There you go. There you go. So, you know, so one of my goals for next year literally is to start doing all those things that I've always loved, which is acting. You know, I've dabbled in singing and playing the guitar as well.
All I see is cheesecake.
All I see is cheesecake. Cheesecake songs out there on YouTube. Go check it out. So those things, I want to use those things as a way of reaching to people. Just so the speaking thing was one avenue, but I want to start exploring the acting avenue and the singing avenue, anything that's going to help people fulfill their dreams.
Fantastic, fantastic. And for the listeners, two things really. Firstly, I will get the link to that cheesecake song on the show notes page. So if you're on aimalittlehigher.com, it will be there under the Jackson section. But also, I think what's so powerful there is, you know, we talk a lot about finding your passion and building your life around it. And sometimes people equate that to a job. So I'm passionate about being a policeman. And it's like, what you're saying is step back from that and say, why are you passionate about being a policeman? Is it about helping people? Because if your passion is helping people, you can do that through being a nurse, through being a policeman, through being a fireman, through, you know, any means. And I think that's beautiful. It's about the actual passion can be fulfilled through different jobs. Just find one that suits you.
Of course. I mean, here's the thing. And most people say, oh, yeah, get out there and start your own business. And we then forget those people who don't want that business. They just want to work in a particular industry. So I think we have to have a balance to say, hey, when you finish, you might decide to start a business, and that would help you to inspire and inspire other people. Or you might decide to work in a particular industry. I know people who wanted to be a nurse or a doctor or a fireman, like you just rightly said, and you can feel fulfilled in that position. I always say there's 3 F's to building a great career. First F is fun. Is it fun? Am I going to have fun? Because you're alive when you're having fun. The second F is, do I have a sense of fulfillment doing this job or doing this work and doing this thing? Am I fulfilled? Do I moan about it or do I celebrate it every time it's time to go and do this thing? And then the third thing is, am I getting paid? What's the finance? So fun, fulfillment, and finance. But society, in that order, please. Because most people say, hey, I want to get paid, finance. And then they stop there. They don't even ask themselves, is it fun? Is it fulfilling? And because they're paying the bills, that fulfillment and that fun aspect is no longer there, and they burn out and they get frustrated. And you have 90% of people in any society don't like what they're doing. They moan about it, but they stay there because, hey, at least it's paying the bills.
Yeah.
There's more to life than paying bills and then dying. Come on now.
For real. The golden handcuffs, as you call
Listen, don't. You're too young and too powerful and too amazing to go into that graveyard. No. Find that passion and follow it.
That's it. That's beautiful. You don't have to go and be an entrepreneur. It's fine, but do something you love.
Exactly. So, because I'll be honest with you, okay, let me not be negative now. I love running. I don't want to be negative, but running a business is a lot of work. Some people there's a difference between having a great idea and running a business. Two different things.
Okay.
Young person loves baking cake, but to start a cake business is a whole new different ball game.
Yeah.
So what I would say is this, whatever brings you joy, do it and make sure it brings joy to other people. Like yourself, you love helping people aim a little higher because you've aimed a little higher in your life. And now you just have fun, and doing these podcasts and doing these talks. It's not a chore for you.
No,
but while you're doing it, you're helping other people.
Yeah, it is an awesome mix.
Yeah, exactly.
I completely agree. So you realise you have this passion for inspiring people. How did you create that vision? What did you do to set a destination? Was it, I want to be a motivational speaker and travel the UK, or what did you do to kind of set that vision, set that goal right at the very beginning?
There wasn't no sort of sit there, get a pen and paper. My heart caught onto the vision, and then I found here's why I said to young people, stop looking up to people. Okay. Stop looking up to people. It's the opposite of what everybody's been telling you. Don't look up to people. Look into people.
Oh, tweet that.
Tweet that one.
I love that. Look into people. Don't look up to people.
There you go. Because what happens is when you look up to people, you're blinded by their lights. But when you look into them, you are being a student of that dream. What are they reading? Why are they reading it? How are they reading it? What got them to where they are? So this is the idea behind my podcast with you today. You're not looking up to me. Everyone's looking into my story with the hope to grab something from it and then run. So what I did was I was looking up and into Les Brown and all these great motivational speakers. I was looking at what books were they reading, what seminars did they go to, because what I wanted to do was to feed off them. So from feeding off them, then I thought, okay, I'm going to do this, I would do that. So I kind of literally became a copycat, to be honest.
Okay. And how did you kind of measure that difference between copying and still creating your own style? Because I've seen you speak, and it's not like anyone ever seen you speak before. It's very unique. It doesn't feel like I'm watching a cheap version of Les Brown or a cheap version of another speaker. So how did you find that middle ground of copying the bits that you like but still being you?
Well, initially, if you heard me in the early days, I was a combination of this pastor, Tony Robbins, Les Brown. I would steal quotes. I would use other people's messages because I had to find myself. But as I grew older, I realized, okay, you can go copying people, then all of a sudden you will find your own signature, your own energy, your own quirky. This is why it's so important for everybody listening to this right now. Fall in love with yourself and who you are. You are enough. There is nothing wrong with you. You can copy other people, but eventually I want you to fall in love with who you are. And that's what I did. I got comfortable being me. And then I was able to take the messages from all these people and deliver it in my signature way.
Love that. Fall in love with yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, you should.
That's it. You know, because me, I'm just crazy like that. I get on stage and I've got this big, massive hurricane type energy. Boom, bam, 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 bam. One lady said to me, "You're like a hurricane." I'm like, "Yeah." I never have. I don't even have notes when I do speeches because for me, I have to be in the moment. Just like, yeah. You know.
100%,
So
100%.
love yourself.
Yeah, definitely. So you made that vision. You knew in yourself what you wanted to be. You know, you knew that was your message. What are some of the steps you took to make it a reality?
So what I did was I went to all the seminars. Because I had to be a student of the dream. I paid money to go to the seminars. I was buying books like no man's business. I was eating books, buying books. And then eventually I said to myself, right, you're about to finish university. While I was at uni, I started these mini motivational classes for my fellow students. And my first ever motivational talk was on procrastination.
Wow.
So I did that. And then afterwards, I thought, okay, the best thing is to not start my business. Let me go and work with another company that does what I wanted to do. So I worked with them for about 8 months and they fired me after about 8 months.
Wow.
They fired me because there was a conflict of interest. I said to the guy, I want to start my business. Can I still be working with you? He said, no, it's a conflict of interest because we did similar things. So I thought, okay, you know what? We'll part ways. It was on good terms, you know. I didn't sort of go down there with a club and a hammer to start attack someone. And he was like, you know, okay, cool, not a problem. We're still friends till today. But that was the birth of Fix Up Seminars, you know, in 2001, where I said, right, it's time for the eagle to soar.
Awesome.
You know, I did go into that business. I was working with that person with the vision to learn from them and then start my own. But the danger was I was getting comfortable. I thought, wow, what's the point of setting my own business? I could work with this person. But no, there's a bigger dream. There's a bigger dream. And that's what I did. You know, I wrote 800 letters and I got 799 rejections.
Wow.
You know, my first week in business. And I thought, that's okay. It's all right. My bedroom was my office. But I kept pushing. And from 799 rejections, I got the call. That person loved it. They told another school. Then now we're in 1,500 schools across the country now doing motivational talks. And I've got a team of fantastic 12 people going out there making it happen.
Wow. That's amazing. So for those listening who are listening and thinking, oh, you know, how do you get to that point? The key thing there for me was started in your own university, started your own classes. It wasn't a case of like, let me wait till I'm this old. Let me wait till I've got a degree. It was, let me start right now with what I've got and the people I know.
Mate, listen, all I'm going to say is if you get that passion, start ASAP. Like wherever, if you're standing at the bus stop listening to this right now, start right now. I don't care. Just start.
Start motivating the people on the bus.
Yeah,
the bus stop.
you know, whatever it is your dream is, if you want to bake cakes, if you want to be an artist. Now, social media and technology has made it easy for people to start things ASAP. There's a quote that says you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started in order to be great. Mm-hmm. You want to be an artist, put some stuff up on Instagram. You want to be a singer, start singing on SoundCloud. Whatever it is, get started, start building slow momentum. And before you know it, people start helping you out. So don't wait until you have all the money or have all the links. You just get started and then you find that things will just start magnetizing towards you. So, and please don't be afraid. Well, you're going to be scared. Roll with your fear anyway. Just do it with your fear. Fear's like a little chihuahua dog that you carry around. It will start barking, but it's got no bite.
Powerful. You know? Let it bark, but don't let it bite.
Yeah, exactly. And even if it does bite you, it's just going to be numbing you with its gums anyway, so it's got nothing.
For real. Powerful. So we're going to go on to the rapid round.
Yes.
Now I'm going to fire loads of questions at you. Just answer them as honestly as possible.
Ouch. Okay, let's do this, baby. Come on.
The rapid round. So first thing, what time do you wake up?
It used to be like 5 a.m., then it went to 6 a.m., then sometimes it went back and forth, so it's sporadic at the moment.
Okay, but normally around 5, around 6.
Yeah, 5 a.m. is the target. Pray for an hour, and then exercise for an hour, and read for an hour.
Okay, that leads me on actually. I was going to say, what one thing do you do in the morning to guarantee a productive day?
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so I pray in the morning, I read a chapter of a book that's going to inspire me, and then I go running if I can So the first 3 hours, that's how I aim to start the day. That's the ideal way. I never go on social media. I never pick up my phone in the morning. Never, ever, ever, ever. I want to plug into the spiritual realm first before I go and plug into the nasty world of social media. It can be nasty sometimes. So you got to watch what you feed yourself.
3 hours in the morning to dedicate it to set up the day, right? Wow.
There you go.
Wow. Powerful. Powerful. If you could be any animal, which would you be and why?
A lion.
A lion. Why?
A lion. King of the desert, king of the jungle. The lions got great courage. They take action. They're always on the go. Oh, well, okay. Can I cheat and say a combination between a lion and an eagle?
Okay. A flying lion.
A flying lion. That's the one. Between the two.
Awesome. Yeah. What's your favorite dessert?
Cheesecake. Waste no time on that one, mate. Cheesecake.
Tell me about it. If anyone has ever seen you speak, they know cheesecake is Jackson's dessert.
Honestly, cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, there was blueberry cheesecake, there's Oreo cheesecake. My goal, I'm actually going to set a goal to travel around the world eating cheesecakes in different countries.
Okay.
That'd be so cool to do that.
Take action and eat cheesecake.
There you go.
Awesome. Name one thing you could not go without.
Praying.
Praying. Okay.
Yeah, I can't. I have to because, I have to stay plugged into that greater source of energy every day. If I go a day without, I feel weird. So praying for me is very important. Yeah.
Powerful. You're at a karaoke bar. What's your go-to song? What's your go-to song?
Oh, I Believe I Can Fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
R. Kelly.
Yes, R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly. Yes.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's the one.
Tell us something most people don't know about you.
They don't know about me.
Yeah, we're searching now.
Searching. I don't know on that one. That's a cheat one. I don't know.
It's hard when you're quite a transparent person generally, isn't it?
What's that?
I said it's hard when you're quite a transparent person generally. So
that's the thing, because I'm so open. So there's nothing people don't know. There are aspects of my life that I don't put on social media and stuff. So I keep that confidential. But I have one sister. That's it. Yeah, one sister.
Joe, I didn't even know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I thought you had just one brother.
Oh, no, actually I have two brothers and one sister.
No, see, I did not know this. Awesome. What is your most effective daily habit?
My most effective daily habit is wherever I'm at, I have to read something inspirational. If I'm queuing up, I'm always feeding myself with inspirational stuff. So no matter what the time is, I'm always feeding on inspirational content.
I love that's powerful because when I'm queuing up, when most people are queuing up, most of our listeners, they're on Twitter, they're on Snapchat,
yeah.
So that's a great point. Of course, if you're queuing up for 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes of knowledge.
Dude, because there's times where I've queued up and I've just read something, and that one thing that I read sort of made my whole month because it only takes a split second for your world to be changed by information. So when you're queuing up, go online. I have people that I follow, that I read their blogs, I have people that I'm listening to read their tweets. I do have to cut through the nonsense to get through the gem, but get to the gem and make sure you listen to something or read something inspirational every day.
Powerful. What's your biggest distraction?
Biggest distraction is the goals and dreams that I have.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a thinker. My brain's like Google. I come up with stuff by the second.
Yeah.
And so one dream can be the interruption for another dream. So while I'm working on one thing, I find that I get distracted by another. And because I follow so many great people, that can become a distraction as well. And so that what I said to myself is, listen, there's a time to feed and there's a time to build your dream. And this will be quite interesting. Just yesterday, I deleted Twitter and Instagram from my phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that? What does it do for you?
Because over the last 2 weeks, I realized that I wasn't controlling it. It was controlling me. Mm-hmm. And I said, no. There's a quote by a friend called Oscar Rudens. That's a guy you definitely need to do a podcast with. He's so cool. He hitchhiked from Spain to UK just to be part of my team.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's another podcast. But so he said something. He said, in order to take control of your life, you need to take control of the things that control you.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know what, I'm going to delete it for now. But what I'm not going to do is set a social media schedule that between a certain time in the day is when I'd go and do social media. Other than that, rest is deleted.
Oh, powerful. So you've not got rid of it completely, but you're saying I'm in control. Between 6 and 7, that's social media time. Other than that,
yep. It's totally off. Yeah. I literally will download it and offload it every time I need it. I'll just delete it because I don't trust my fingers. They just go and click.
And you know what? It's that automatic.
Yeah, literally.
It's that automatic. You pick up that phone, and especially I know there'll be listeners who have this thing where if you see that red notification bar next to it, you have to press it. You can't let that go up 3, 4. You're like, what's going on? What's going on in the social media world that I haven't been told about? Yeah.
It's mad. Because what you don't realize is while you're busy distracted by social media, the universe cannot give you the next big idea that you need. As young people, you're creative. So stay plugged in and stay present. You know, there's an increase in information, but there's a poverty of attention. So in order for you to get your next big idea, you need to be present and connected.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful. We're going to go to the time travel.
Whoa.
A time machine is created. It can only take you backwards and can't bring you back. But you keep all the knowledge you have now. You're taken back to your 18th birthday. Knowing what you know now, what are the first 3 things you would do?
I would start a YouTube channel.
Okay.
I would start the next best. I would literally learn about social media and jump on it and be consistent with it. You know, number 1, I'll start blogging. Number 2, I'll start a YouTube channel with my passion and just keep posting every week, like 3 times a week. I would read a lot more, and I would be more consistent with my goals, because I realized that at that age I was like, I had big dreams, but I wasn't consistent. Yeah, so I would jump on social media, I'll start blogging, I'll do a lot more reading, but I'll be more consistent with my drive and my dream.
And would they all be about the same thing?
They will still be about, well, they'll be about my journey, which would be inspiration, my fitness, my spiritual life. Okay. And so if I was to start the YouTube, it would literally be me as a motivational speaker. I'll just be on there pumping stuff. By now, I'll probably have like 10 million viewers.
For real. Awesome.
Yeah.
So for audience members who are listening to you and thinking, do you know what? I want to get to where Jackson is now. I want to be able to own my own business and inspire people. Yeah. What are 3 little habits, they should start now? And even if they don't want to necessarily do exactly what you do, but want to be in that same position of owning their own business, what are 3 little habits they should start now?
Okay. Number 1, find a mentor and follow that mentor, because mentors will save you time and energy. Number 2, make sure you read a book a month, minimum, a book a month.
Okay.
Someone's autobiography that would inspire you. And then you can move up to a book a week, So find a mentor, read a book. And number 3, get rid of friends that aren't going places.
Ooh.
Yes, not all listen, good friends is the enemy of great progress.
Ooh.
So when I say get rid of, reduce the amount of time you spend with them. So 33% of your time should be spent with guys who are beyond you. 33% of your time should be spent with guys who are on your level. And 33% of your time should be spent with people who you're inspiring. But first of all, find those great friends and move with them.
Powerful, powerful. Stick with the eagles, ditch the chickens.
Listen. If you fly with eagles, you're going to soar like an eagle. If you roll with chickens, you're going to fry like a chicken.
This is it. So finally, before we let you go, you're stood on a stage in front of 10,000 young people.
Yes.
But you're only allowed to give 1 piece of advice before the men in suits drag you off the stage. What would it be?
Oh, this is a random one, but get to know God.
Okay.
Yeah, that just came straight. Get to know God. Because once you get to know God, you get to know your higher self and where you come from. That's my personal drive, because that's where all my energy comes from.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Jackson, thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute honour to have you on the show. And
Pleasure.
Before we let you go, how can our listeners get in touch with you?
Okay, so I live on Twitter at Action Jackson. So you can actually follow me on Twitter. I'm on Instagram as well at Action Jackson Live as well. And the team is on fixupseminars.com is where the team is at. So that's all the different places you can find me.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure. All the best with what you're doing, sir.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you can surround yourself with eagles or chickens. You spent time with a true eagle, Mr. Action Jackson, and myself, Kamal Hyman. Continue to aim a little higher, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world doing absolutely anything, listening to any show, but you chose to listen to the Aim a Little Higher podcast, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please be sure to like, review, and subscribe to the podcast. And if you haven't already, get over to www.aimalittlehigher.com, fill in your details into the form, and receive your free video on how to find your passion. To be in for the chance of winning a free Aim a Little Higher shirt, get over to aimalittlehigher.com, fill out the form, and then submit your question for the Saturday Q&A. The winning questions will be answered in their very own podcast on Saturday, and you will also receive a free shirt sent directly to you.